Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermornings. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you the support, and the love and support, I hope, of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. And, of course, Hates and Hellfire. A dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Happy hump day, y'all. I hope you're standing against the forces of darkness. We've got a lot to do today because today is fun drawing time. Fun drawing time. Fun drawing time. And you know me, I'm down with the FDT. So I'm really eager to get in and just see what kind of creativity flows out my fingertips and onto your screens. As always, I will be open to suggestions and requests. Let's talk shop. My accountability. I believe in the time since we last chatted, I banged out a commission that you'll be seeing from the always lovely Don Dulas. It may show up here as a promotional ad. Yes, Don, I'm talking about you. I'm really very much looking forward to that. Sorry, I got some news right before the show that just hit a little bit, and it derailed me because things hit right before the show starts. Nothing to worry about, just something I got to keep track of. Now, but I banged that out. I did plan an outing, actually. I was going to go out with Grim, and we were going to have a picnic. And that got derailed because Grim got very sick. And we're pulling for them. We're hoping they recover quickly and get feeling better. Had a few other things happen. but it was mostly, houseworky things. Working on the lawn, trying to make progress now that the burnt out house next door is no longer next door. Uh, it's a very strange vibe now. The line of sight is much, much wider, but so is the wind, so everything sounds different in the house. It's going to be a thing. Beyond that, we're just kind of moving forward at a reasonable clip to try to get a few things done. I am trying to shift, and it's hard, to talking only about things after I've done them and not that I'm working on or whatever. I mean, I'll still give updates on Haints and Hellfire and some things. Haints and Hellfire too. But I want to hold off on that because I heard a really neat study about how your brain will give you the dopamine of finishing something if you talk about finishing something, which for people like yours truly means I am infinitely less likely to finish the said thing. So there's a lot of that. I also recently saw a picture of me doing broadcasts from back in the day, and boy, did I have a lot more toner in my hair. But I'm aging sideways, so I'll deal with that. I'm just really eager to get into your comments. I'm really eager to get into digital art. So I kind of want to roll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hop right into your comments, and we're going to see what's going on, and then we're going to try to get forward and do some artwork because, like I said, I'm eager to draw. I don't know what. I do have some questions actually that were sent to me. No, I do not plan my images beforehand. I really don't. I hit everything that I do totally off the cuff on the show. This is not scripted. This is not prepared. I would love that someone would think that I could prepare all the shenanigans that happen intentionally, but I really can't. So let's go. We'll deal with that. There was something else somebody asked me. Art techniques. Okay. I know what they were going to ask me. We're going to go over, because I've been doing a lot of stuff, but I've been explaining it. So we're going to go over some tricks that will help you in your art just a little bit. It's only, I can only share what I know and my progress, but we're going to go. So first through the door at 9:23 is Carl Wisman. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Carl. Oh, thank you, Carl. You reminded me. Happy birthday to Rich Asplund. Okay? Happy birthday, Rich. I hope you have a wonderful one. I hope you've spoiled yourself. Okay, sir? You're a heck of a friend. And I'm saying heck because I need to make the first 10 minutes or so without swearing. Accountability, Sunday evening. Odds and ends that don't fit elsewhere. Ooh. I assume it's more of the site course. And good morning, Uncle Carl. Good morning, Angelina. How are you? Clarify, please. Is the broadcast about accountability, or are you holding yourself accountable for it? Okay. Wow. See, it's kind of cool to talk to people who haven't been here as long as others to know, to be reminded of the tropes around here that we take for granted. No, the accountability bit is, I want to know what you're doing. And part of what we do as a support as this show is for creatives, is to hold each other accountable. That, are you actually working? Are you actually creating things? If not, why? Let's talk it over. And so what Carl does is he usually just highlights accountability and tells us what creative project he's been on. It's never meant to be pressure, but it is meant to be support if that's the kind of support you go for. I hope that answers your question. And hi, Angelina. Did you see that I capped a Muncie this week? I remembered. And Nick has an accountability report to make sure we are all working on something. Yeah, I try to promote you guys to motivate. So I am sharing Sunday Psych Show as mine. And great job on the Muncie. Oh, I see. I need to be working on something, but I've made a case. Oh, God. Whew. You ever hear a statement that just sort of hits you like a 2x4 to the chest? Here we go, folks. Oh, I see. I need to be working on something, but I've made myself a caseworker for my whole family and best friend. I've got to stop trying to empty the ocean with a paper cup. Oh, my dear lady, dear Angelina, you are in the best of company on that one. I feel completely called out on that. And I do truly know that feeling. I hope you can maintain what you have to do to be a force of good in this world, but also learn to balance out the time and energy to chase your dreams, whatever they may be. You know, provided everyone involved is consensual and no one gets hurt, you know, and only limited crimes are committed. I'm kidding, but you all know what I mean. The Muncie was a Civil War site not too far from my house. Looks like a local scout troops placed it. There's a second one at the same place, but I don't have the right shoes on to reach it. That can be challenging. Those Boy Scouts, they're always up to something. And greetings to Donna. Hey, Donna. And greetings to Donna, because Donna, great to Angelina Whitson, dude. Good job on the Muncie that you got. And yeah, I talked on one of the psych episodes about getting involved, probably the therapies show. Good morning, everyone. Just popping by to drop my liking, ready for my pre-final inspection of the signal contract I've been on for the last few years. Well, hey, at least that's wrapping up. I mean, that's progress. You want to talk accountability. I mean, yes, it is your profession, etc. But there's got to be an intense sense of accomplishment to drive over a road that you helped install or improve. I mean, that's really got to be something that carries a lot of pride to it, Joe. And good luck. I have absolute faith that you did everything right, Joe, because you're brilliant. Hey, Joe, see y'all later. I'll check that one out, Uncle Carl. And good morning, Joe. And I had a root canal on Monday. I've been to the dentist 5 times this month. I never want to go back. Oh, God. I have to go to the dentist myself. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't blame you. And morning, all. Good morning, Trey. I hope you're doing well, dear. I know with the heat up, your world's going to get real busy real fast. I hope you're okay. Hi, Trey. Hey, Trey. Good morning, Trey. And Charcoal says hi. And good news. This is the first day my back hasn't hurt in over a month. Dang kidney stones to heck. Oh, my gosh. That is really brutal. I'm not going to say you should change your diet or lifestyle to do something about that, but I'm glad you're having a low pain day. Yay for lack of pain. Yay. I don't know how to act. I was gingerly bending to feed the cats and had an odd look on my face. Donna didn't know what was wrong with me. Nothing. That was the odd thing. Oh, Donna, sorry, but we drank all the coffee. But do you have good news? And you mean being done with the drops in my right eye? Woohoo! I'm glad you guys are moving forward and being healthy. One more week of one drop a day in my left eye, and it's done. And it's okay about the coffee. She has a full cup. That is an understanding and loving wife right there. Trelena has a message, and this one's rather important. Just a heads up, I may disappear for about 5 months if our company is accepted for the toll road work we put in for. Starts first week of May. I would be the only person on it. Oh my God. Well, work does that. It's heartbreaking. And it's brutal timing, but work does do that, doesn't it, Trey? I hope it's something you want, because if it is, congratulations. If it isn't, that really sucks. But whatever happens, we're always a call or click away for support. And since it's about the quarter hour, I'm going to drop a ad. And since Trey's maybe disappearing, I'll be promoting her stuff. Hugs to Donna. Almost there, Donna. We'll miss you, Trey, but we understand. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, sorry. Dyslexia gets me. Trey, I hope you get it if you want it, but we will miss you so much. I would at least be able to green room, I think, especially during the demo. But it's really a good opportunity, and I'd finally get to go to Ohio. I've always been about you chasing all your dreams, kiddo. I am excited that you have an opportunity you're looking forward to. Anything else would be greedy and self-serving, so I'm not going to be that, contrary to popular belief. But at least we'll have the green room. Feels like, don't forget to like and share, folks. And yeah. Feels like the end of Casablanca. I got this. The thing is, the world doesn't. The thing is, what two people want doesn't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. I have to watch Casablanca again. It is like my second or third favorite movie. We'll see. Do 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 do. No do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. I am not going to get misty-eyed. Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick, I'm going to get misty-eyed, but not right now. Botrix has successfully joined the channel, and today is Rich's birthday. Thanks for the reminder, Donna. I wished him happy birthday on Facebook. Hope he sees it eventually. You're welcome, Trey. I did too, Wisman Dude. And Conjuring Dawn piles out Coach Adams, Conjure Foxy as well. Very quiet without Foxy. I hope she's okay. Is Conjured following string in? That a girl. Good girl. Good girl. Foxy, woo! Nice job, Trey. Sorry, a bit out of it this morning. Had a bit of sleep paralysis this morning. It's throwing me off. Oh, I hate when that happens. I'm so sorry. Yikes. Thankfully, no nightmarish stuff with it, but not being able to move for a bit. It happens often enough that it doesn't scare me. Art idea. Old guy painting his house. You can add an angry watcher if you like. And hey, Foxy. Hey, Donna. Yes, it's the psychology show. Might be the last one or the penultimate show. If I am the Munsey pimp, Nick is the art pimp. I'm not dying, y'all. I'm just going to be sleeping during the day. I have always been a creature of excessive emotional attachment. It's just who and what I am. You know that. And if there were ever an Olympics for worrying, you know I would have the gold medal every year. We know, Trey, we're being dramatic. Yeah, I think the black and white and fumbled Casablanca quotes might have hit if we were being a bit dramatic. But it just goes to show how much we love you. Because we love you, see? So let's just get into it. Pinky wiggles. Us, dramatic, surely you jest. And let's bring some Muzak into this fine feature, and we'll just go start from the beginning. Somewhere out there. Close enough. There we go. Highly Energetic Particles by Dan Hallfield. Ironically, at the volume that's perfect for you guys to hear it, I barely can, but we're going to keep on improving. Let's get set up. No, I don't need the logo format. Where are we? Alrighty. Now, I'm going to do things just slightly different. I am going to add a couple layers here, and I'm going to actually try to remember how to name them. I always forget, mind you. There we go. Sky / far background. Background. And okay, this is the one time. Let me move myself over here so you can see what I'm doing. And yes, I typoed that. Background. Middle ground. Foreground. Now, I am setting this up like this. Right now, these are all normal layers because this is the basics of what you do when you are doing art with this kind of system. Now, we will play and we will add possible layers and coloring into each of these sections, but by setting this up, this is the right way to do it. The other thing you can do, I believe, come on, it's been a while. I'm trying to remember how to change the color. I do it accidentally all the time. But, of course, now that I'm... Oh, well, we'll worry about that later. So, sky far background is typoed. I'm leaving it. We're going to go basic here. And we're just going to grab a nice sky piece. Let me get the commentary back where I can see where you guys are. Not even sure if we have the contract yet. They could choose a company that's closer. They could. But, and honestly, I want what makes you happy. Always have. Only able to wiggle one pinky today. The other one got smashed. Jeez, Foxy! Between truck doors. No. And good morning, Chris. Hey, Chris. We need to wrap Foxy in bubble tape. In bubble wrap. Yes. Foxy for Sato's finger. Oh, Foxy, you gotta cut that stuff out. Greens for Chris. Oh, I wish I could. I'm having a run of luck right now. Need those inflatable motorcycle clothes. Where did I put the paracord? I really do sometimes. Ah, yes. Foxy needs safety bondage for her own safety. I don't make the rules. Let's go. We're gonna go a 200 for the scale, and I'm gonna try to keep the blue pretty. Well, no, you go back there. There we are. Pretty stable. And yes, I do tend to use either very easily acquired brushes or very naturally included brushes. Let's make this a bit bigger because I want to smooth this out. I like the airbrush because it's very touch sensitive, so it gives me very nice feedback. And I'm not just flooding it because I don't want it just flooded. I want to be able to play with the density to give wispy clouds. Man, my computer is laggy today. I wonder what's trying to run in the background. That's interesting. Doesn't usually lag this much. So, there was a new update. Okay. Now. So this is the extreme background. Now we're going to go, because we're always stacking. We're always building towards each other. Be careful. Be careful with that. I slammed my thumb in a door once. A thick oil paint, and I'm going to 40, and I'm going to just use a deep brown to kind of cut in a horizon line, so to speak. Now, I can save time here and go refer only to editing layer and do that just fine. But it will be slightly lighter than if I painted it, which is fine because that lets me add some decor. Now, I don't know what the house looks like, but with this setup, I can come over here, and I like the pointillism brush. The Foxy, I hope you get feeling better. I'm worried about you. Nick, worried about people? Oops, forgot the time lapse too, didn't I? We can time lapse from here. It won't be the first time. Okay. But I'm going to use the pointillism brush just to add some texture real quick to the dirt. That way, if I need dirt texture, I have. Okay, now I have no idea what Carl's house looks like, which is actually not the worst thing in the world, because that means I get to play. So first we're going to do is give him some lovely, him and Donna, some lovely foliage in the background, right? Now most of this doesn't matter, and I understand that. But it's enough to give me an opportunity to play a little bit. Lighter colors on the top, dark colors on the bottom. The pointillism brush gives me that swoony, swirly feel that I do also love. Yay! We like that. And then we'll give, a fairly lush. It looks like wet oil pastel, and I kind of am here for it. Grass vibe. Right across. Now see, I would describe myself as far more of a cartoonist than I would a traditional artist, but then again, nothing I do is traditional anyway. And then using the same brush, but swirling, I'm going to use a little bit of brown over here, and that's going to imply some shading. Okay, we now have this wonderful wooded lot. Go up to the thick brush, and we're going to go a little small, about 25. We're going to get a nice dark gray. We're just going to turn this into some trees. Nice and easy. How's that showing up on your camera? That's looking pretty good. See what you need? Okay. Bear with me, because Thesis is one of those absurdly tall, long-legged individuals that are so very cruel. Love you, Thesis, and I do. But I'm liking these guys up a bit. But what you need are not roller skates. What you need is the toddler harnesses on Thesis, because you're going to need two, right? That come back to double leashes. And then you need like one of those little scooter things that kids used to have in gyms. And then he just mushes and you get to ride behind him, right? So like sulky style. And he can pull you around everywhere. And yes, we could probably put you in a wheelchair, which would make sense. Make it a wheelchariot and make it, Thesis powered. But it's funnier if you're like in essentially a little mini go-kart looking thing. And it's adorable and bizarre. And anybody who knows me knows I like my world to be as adorable and bizarre as possible. So. One rather annoying thing about trees I have found is that very often they are far grayer than we want to admit in the trunks out here. Let's do this. I don't want that to be too much of a pop. Okay. So now we have this lovely, very generic feel. Oh, wait. I'm going to add a layer. And this is going to make sense. Because I forgot just for a second that we are in the wonderful world of I'm going to use the airbrush of the Midwest, which means I'm just going to add like a couple contrails to the sky, just to remind folks that we are in the flyover parts of the world. Okay, and see, I just hopped in. There's no real need to do this, but I like it, so we've thrown that on there. Okay, so we have middle ground. We have the background, that is, this lovely, oddly jungle-like, but it's my mind. The wilds of, central Illinois, for the mighty rainforests of central Illinois. We can get our paintbrush out. Paintbrush, not eraser, sir. I do that all the time because at a glance, they're actually profiled very similar. And the joys of my dyslexia, or whatever is wrong with me on that front, often mean I sequence things oddly. And now we're just going to do this. Now this is where I should be pulling up some kind of reference, but that would be too easy, so I'm not. I've got a nice implied vanishing point over there. It's not quite perfect, but it's good enough that the only thing Glenn B. Fleming will yell at me about is for doing it on digital instead of using an Ames lettering guide. That's a deep cut for fans of the show, but it is true. And see, the problem with Thesis' hip height right here, see this? See this? I bet it's right for the dang counters. Quite annoying. Okay, now here. I'm gonna go back to the paintbrush. See, I think I do it. So I'm gonna work on this quasi-fictional account of a house that I am simply building with no real information at hand. And this needs to come out. I'm going to do this. And there's a reason I'm setting this like this. Okay. Because do this. And I'm painting it, not white drawing it, so it's a slightly different process. Okay, do this. I know. Oops. But yeah. Just go here. Alrighty. And yes, I'm going to be painting over a lot of this, but that's fine. I can't remember if I've seen Carl's house or not. I think I have, and I think I'm way off, but I'm having fun with this idea, so I'm just going to run with it. Good folks paint. Good folks paint with even strokes. Anyway, yeah, I have to reach for my goofy impression, and I didn't reach far enough that time.
Yeah, my apologies.
That's very kind of you, Chris. As somebody who's starts out short-legged before being, I'll call myself gimpy any day of the week. but I wouldn't use that term on anybody else. But as somebody falls certainly into that category, I appreciate you slowing down. Well, as a matter of principle. Could I use the fill tool? Yes. Am I enjoying not using the fill tool? Also, yes. Let me grab some of this real quick. Oh, it looks a little darker. Oh no. I saw someone was selling a greenhouse that was far too large for me to be able to acquire somewhere in Illinois. And I'm saddened because that was almost exactly the design I want to put off the back of my house to put a small pool in. I don't know why I'm bothering telling you guys that, but I found it interesting. Now, this is the nice thing about normal layers. Normal layers, you can do things like what we're doing now, which is paint right over with a lighter color. And it behaves basically like paint should be. Yes. Yes. Counters of the Green Kitchen are proof of the Nephilim and their giant offspring. I have not lost anything in Afghanistan. I've not been to Afghanistan, unlike a great many people my age. I prefer not to go to Afghanistan, in all honesty. And that has nothing to do with the stories of the giants up in the mountains either. Nope, not at all. Because me and cryptozoology and the paranormal have never encountered each other, and it's best to keep it that way. I mean, what? No. Alrighty, now. So I'm just having fun with the idea, and thank you for the permission. How did you go? I'm sorry. You guys know I love that song. Trey's setting up my favorite song. Come with me, and you'll see a world of OSHA violations. Look, what happens to get things fixed when Mandy is at home to yell at me is not something I need to be held accountable for. And there's really no reason to rake me over the coals like that. I feel targeted. And now, it occurs to me in the classic Nick didn't move, this should have been on the middle ground, on the middle ground layer. Now that I'm this far. All this should have been on a separate layer so I don't have to worry about messing up the things behind if I wanted to slide it around. I goofed up. Oh well. Now, the important features of the house. Oh, I need it slightly darker for now. art, it needs at least a few columns where I go back to doors and windows and things. Whoops, I don't like that one. Plus it's the undo button. There we go. I'll come back to something like this. I'll just kind of lightly line it in. If I had a picture painting the house, it'd be no issue. I am dawdling significantly on this one, but that's okay. I don't think you guys know. You do. Oh, that also looks a little small. We're going to make it go up just a little bit bigger. There we go. Do this. And we'll come over here. Since I'm doing this house how I want, I can do things like put front windows in. I know it's a very childlike house. That's okay. There's an innocence to it, and I'm enjoying it. I do have to add another feature. But we can come over here. I will do that almost. See, this is where I run into issue because I can't. Oh, wait, I am on the right layer. At some point, I moved over to the appropriate layer, so I'm not going to yell at myself. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but now we're going to do this, which it's not far from Hank Blue, but it's close enough. And then we'll just use this with the framing of the windows. But this is nice. Does it accomplish what I think it needs to accomplish? In many ways, yes. Now, just put a light there. And come over here. Some windows back here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we have this nice house. Oh, I'm gonna, because it's Donna and Carl, I want them to have a nice little fireplace kind of situation. There we go. Now, let's add a bit of, oh, yeah, see, that's where we start running into the layers being argumentative. Oh well, it's not giving me what I want, so I'm not going to argue with it. There we go. Add some glass lines, nothing fancy. Okay, cool. Now, we have to get a good blue jean color here. Actually, no, I need to dry. Nope, I'm going to stick with the blue jean because it's funny. figure here. This, give him a decent broad hat. A little bit of gray hair. You can see the goatee. That couple pexel of goatee. Do not fall in rose bushes. Oh, okay. I'm sure I'll like that one. I love liminal spaces. Liminal spaces are so comfortable. All right. So we have what looks like a normal version. Now we get to the foreground. Foreground's going to be 2 layers. First I need, well, yeah, there might be extra layers. So first I need Pendleton brush. Again, where do I want to do this? Yep, that's where I want to do it. Not that color, but there we go. This will make sense in a second, don't worry. Enter that's way too thick. There we go. This. In a bizarre unexpected change up of tropes, a redheaded woman is staring at Carl from behind. Because, you know, life is about belief, you know? And I choose to believe that Angelina Jolie thinks about me as much as I think about her. Oh, absolutely. Carl, not only am I comfortable in liminal spaces, I actively seek them out. I take great peace in them. So there we go. There we go, Carl. Her request. It is not perfect, but it does tell an interesting story of someone watching Carl do his work. Man, hold on. No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I am. I'm going to do something truly ridiculous. This is purely for my own sick humor, and I would apologize if I didn't think this was funny. A bit of this. I know I'm on the wrong layer. Should be on this layer, but okay. This. All right. Oh. All right. Now, what you don't know. That little white speck, that's the scope from Donna hiding out on the grassy knoll, just waiting to see who does what. Oh, yes, I added. Oh, shoot. Now I've added some secrets. I have to add more. We'll put Biggie in the background over here. That's the exact round. Okay. There we go. I'll throw Bigfoot in the background. Yep. You never know. Chocolate T-Rex skeleton. See, that is very tempted to turn the wait, that's the candy monster chasing Scooby-Doo. Okay, that's scary. I was thinking about the Hat Man too. I really was, but I didn't want to overdo it. The Hat Man. Where am I going? Oh, you know what? I have bad news, Carl. You can barely see it. But he's already in the house. Oh. Ma! There we go. Put the black dog way out there. Any other cryptids Carl needs, I think we're pretty good. Seen the Hat Man, but nah. No. Okay. I'm signing off on this real quick because it's getting scary out here. Okay. File, we're going to save this as Carl's Home for Wayward Cryptids. Next week. Ooh. Okay, we're good. We're good. The 27th. Okay. So with Carl's Home for Wayward Cryptids, we're going to export the single layer of the PNG. Bam. Okay. Now we're going to export the time lapse. I need to do a bunch of time-lapse uploads. Why did the wait? Why did the Hat Man stand on your front porch? That is not a subtle drop. One does not just say, "Oh, and by the way, the Hat Man stood on my porch." I'm hoping it was a ghost in a hat and not the Hat Man. Let's see. And then, of course, I love the confusion some people get. On what is this show and what is it about? Export single layer JPEG NTF 4 2726. I dawdled a bit on this one, but it was fun. There we go. I think that's the right date, isn't it? Yep. Alrighty, we'll set up the next one. We'll close this one. Save and close. This is just to keep my Oh yes. Oh yes. Black things along the road hallucinated? That's fun. Of course, I have history with dogs that are not hallucinations, but that's a story for another occasion. We're going to stop the music. We are going to run an ad.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Alrighty. I've yet to dream or see. Here come the rubber band man. Okay, now I have to think, because we are talking spooky stuff. And I don't want to get myself in trouble, so I have to think. I have to clear my mind of spooky stuff. Okay, come on, brain. The cats are getting restless. Oh, no. What should I do now? My brain keeps giving me pictures of my own stuff, and that's not what I'm in the mood for. Trying to force myself. Okay, you know what? Hold on. I'm getting somewhere here. First thing we do is turn on timeline. Second, I'm going to put some music on. And there's part of the funk for 40,000 years. I always thought that was a very oddly specific. Okay, now I'm going to try to draw something fairly difficult. For me, anyway. Little loosey-goosey figure drawing over here. inside. Arm needs to be a little thicker. Hard to declare what that shoulder is. We're getting there. Just anchoring myself. This is good sketch practice because, like I said, I want to loosen up my posing. And right of late, I've been a little too tight in my posing. Have a nice day, all. That's a lot of fun. Who's got the funk? Oh, and if anybody is bored, I shared it on Facebook. But if you look up Black Star Warrior, you could find about a 15-minute long Lando Calrissian 70s, I hate to use the term blaxploitation, but that's kind of what it is. Homage movie that's a lot of fun. Version of Star Wars that I think you guys might get a kick at. There we go. There we go. There we go. Bad. That for start. Not bad for a start. And there we go. No, it's not actually terrible for a normal. You can play with it a bit. Yeah, Joe Dog seems like somebody I wouldn't want to be in an elevator with. This. Whoop. Because I'm really bad at remembering my scale. A lot of times I'm genuinely afraid to take up the space in art I need to, because I'm genuinely afraid to take up too much space in general. I want this to look very soft, very almost intimate. Not like sexual, but intimate. I'm not too worried about this because this is, of course, but does mean that's that line. We need to run the line roughly this way so I can keep my axes going. Technically, there should be an axis right here. Now, once I have something like this, I can do all sorts of neat things. Like I can say, foreshortening here. Haven't decided what that box is yet, mind you. It seems a little far out. Could be useful, but it's a good idea. It's a good anchor point, artistically. I need a bit of blood sugar and a hydration break. Part one. That head seems slightly off scale. These are one of the things that will get you spoiled doing digital art. This, the ability to do something like this. There we go. I'll move it down along this line. Let's see now. Well, just for the purpose of it being good practice, I'll run this down into a more table-like entity. Now I have to take this line and sort of figure out where it ends for me. There we go. Add a bit of thickness. As we render in the table. A little shaky, yeah. There we go. There we are. And we'll put cell phone holder over here. And I have just a slight walleye vision going, which is cool because it's giving it a bit of distortion. Making the room feel somehow more intense. Yeah. Making cowboy boots just because it'll make things interesting. There we go. Just giving these some time to fill out a room. Sounds like we'll let us looking around. This. Again, just good old-fashioned box practice. There we go. But I can fix what's wrong. Not bad. There we go. Now, put some books over here. Not bad. Now, we'll take this and lower it down. Add another layer. Why? Anyway, let's get my pen, and yeah, I think I'll stick to Zero. Zero and I get along very well. We use the True Black. Zoom in. I'm just gonna kind of work at this just like I would any. Get her done. Get a little bit of thickness. Wow, not a lot, but enough to say, yep, those are those. I know, my anime is showing again, but something like this. Let's round that off just a bit. That shredded ear, because look, I'm not drawing enough for once. No. There we go. We're just gonna keep on trucking. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. At least I'm not shying away. Oh, I'm just trying not to think too viscerally and start imagining the results of what Joe Dog could generate. I've heard too many people I highly respect speak on that topic to not be really, really intimidated. Anyway. go. She's just trucking along. Take a break. Just kind of falling into the groove, which happens to me sometimes. You get the art vibe going, and it just just getting it done right now. Now I'm zoomed way out because I have some. Carl would love seeing this thing. Yeah, I thought he might. No, it's awesome. Now we're starting to get somewhere. This isn't bad one. Oh. Oh, boop, boop, boop. Mm-hmm. Oh, big pop! Sorry, guys, the stretch got hold of me. Yep. That's what she's going for. Yeah, not bad. Now let's hide. I still need a rod to do. Okay, let's go to that. Oh, it looks a lot cleaner. It needs to clean up. Well, it looks a lot cleaner. And yeah, that's the idea. I wanted those sleepy anime on. Hey, you have a good one, Chris. Keep your stick on the ice, my friend. This can be yours. Whoa. Sorry, guys. I'm tired today. Okay. Now, we have a good baseline here. Need to pull this one up here. Need to do a little bit of cleanup. Not much, actually. The pictures are done when I'm this sleepy. I want to do light, heavy work, but I don't want to risk damaging the originals. So I put another layer down. This is going to take a while, so there we go. Put this out like this. There we go. I'm going to put a bit on my mouth, that's okay. Oops. Oops, come on. Nice. There you go, that looks a little better. We're coming along well. Again, I'll have to do some cleanup. That's ooh. That's go here. And we're just cruising along. Oh, Chris has a good day. It's not bad. There we go. We're starting to get around where we need to be. Working on control that little trick again. He's probably getting on snack time. On Pendulist. This. This. Realize that this part should be much. Oh, an idea wrong color. Oh, again. No. See, how's this one looking? See. Whoops. Nose itches again. We're getting well into time for another commercial, so we're gonna take a second. I've just been cruising. You guys have been awful quiet.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Let's see. No. That's it. And I need to put my music back on. It just felt instantly in the groove more. Need a little electric. I forgot to close up over here. Okay, now. Oops. I lost a little of its groove. There we go. Get the music going again. Go to Vortex Manipulator. I haven't used that one in a while. Alrighty, going to multiply. Actually, marker's not bad tool for this part. Scooby-Doo a bit, that's okay. Well done. There we go. Just coloring pretty right now, guys. I know, it's so thrilling. But sometimes you need thrilling. Sometimes you just need a chill coloring frame. And I need to check something real quick. I don't know if this guy still fits. Now, when all this is said and done, I should take some time today and try to film a couple of videos. My hand's passing, so we'll do this. Now we're back at it. That's much nicer. There we go. Just getting in on it. This is far from perfect. But I mean, I think that's part of the point, especially in a picture like this. Ooh. was not found unless. Okay. There we go. Let's zoom in. Let's see all the mistakes that we made and have hurt our souls as we repent. Well, the fancy two-tone hair dye. Fine. Well, we're getting somewhere. Okay, what this color of the wall is going to be? There you go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Do we like this as a character design? Not bad. Just trying to soften. What? Yeah. That's good character design. We got some hair highlights, very sensitive, very soft lady. Tender moment in the morning. I like that. Add another layer. Light. We can go soft light. That's the nice thing. You work with the model long enough, they stick with you. We're going to add another layer. Another multiply. Here, we're going to fill. So that I have enough room to get some. What do we think, guys? How did I? Well, that's how I did that. Okay. That's fine. Here. There you go. Just played with the lighting just a bit. We like that. It's soft. It's different. File. Oh, I need to sign off on this one. I need to sign off on this one. Small enough project, actually, right? Not perfect, but not bad. Okay, file. Save as. Learning sense of early morning. Add that one to the lore. PNG. Bam. Time lapse. Export. Not bad, guys. What do you think? And then we will how about that, please? Thank you. Today. File, export, JPEG, NTF, 420 9:26. Not bad, guys. Not bad at all. Comments are quite quiet, and that is okay too. And then I need one more, so we'll get set up for that. But before we do that, time to stop the music, time to run an ad. I'll be back.
In 1948, a man was found dead on the beach. But he hadn't just washed up. Oh no, he was very nicely propped up against the seawall, very well dressed. But there were no labels in his clothes. They had all been cut out. Very mysterious, the police thought. And then they found, rolled up in his pocket, a piece of paper from a novel that said Tamam Shud. When they finally traced it, it came back to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But it got even more strange, because in the back of the book, when they found that it had been torn out of, there was a code, a secret code that has not been cracked to this very day. When they finally found his suitcase, it had a mysterious jumble of items, some which were very hard to explain. Also in the back of the book was the phone number of a very mysterious nurse. What did she have to do with the death of the Somerton man? Find Death and Love Down Under, a novel by Carl Witzman, on Lulu.com in both ebook and print format.
All right, welcome back. I was too quiet with you guys. Okay. What are we doing? Okay, cool. Guess I'm feeling painterly still. Today's one of those days. It could be. It could be. I'm not going to put the nature walk on because that one always kind of puts me to sleep. Not sure what music I want yet, but I know I want a nice, lightish blue sky all over us. It's just like so. And so easy as eating pancakes. Next layer. We are definitely going cutting this, because this one I actually kind of saw in my head. So we're just going to cruise into it. There's no rush. And to the folks who are still watching, if you feel like chatting or you have questions or requests or commissions, hit me up. Now's a great time. Just kind of getting the blue down. Okay. I know I'm going to cover a bunch of this up, but again, I like, especially when I'm in this kind of mood, to do things in a very, very specific sort of way. That's a lot of I want them to be heavy waves. There we go. I can get somewhere. Don't worry. I'm going to play with this just a bit. Oh, I'm a little sleepy. Anyone else feeling sleepy? Sleepy? Oh, I'm getting a little sleepy. That's okay. There are days where one just feels sleepy. Just kind of chill. And you know what? My God, I'm kind of here for it. I am, absolutely kind of here for the chill and the general levels of the EP sleepiness. Sometimes you just get that. You get the EP sleepiness going on. There's no harm in it. Made the waves a little wavier than I normally do. Let's see. I want to. 30's, yeah. 30 gives me the control I want. Just gonna work that out. Oh, my shoulders get a little sore. I'm feeling it today, y'all. Let's put something on. Music. Throw Supermoon on. See if Supermoon hits the vibe. It might not, but we're gonna see. There we go. Well, these blend tools, oh my gosh. They could almost be hit the button, make art kind of situation. Just playing with the water lines. Oops. Let me close this. Okay, let me hide this thing because this is being a little cranky. There we go. In the background, my system tried to sync up. Don't know why, but it does let me do some neat things. There we go. So now we have this really nice waves system going. Lots of blue shades. I'm going to add in, come back over here, you grab our sand color. And I know it's shocking. Oh, it's a horrible, bold, scratchy color. Guys, give me a minute. Have faith. Have faith in the old man who might occasionally know what he's doing. There's always the faintest chance that this is indeed not my first rodeo. And if that's the case, some really neat things will start to happen as I sit and play. Of course, I could be wrong. Oops. But sometimes you can have a little faith in the old man. Am I right? Yeah. Make a nice painted beach. Looks like something Brody and Stride might be running on. There we go. There are a few things I love more than the beach. I haven't been nearly enough. It's something No, I do not need Minecraft. Sorry about that. I made a Minecraft stream if there's any interest. It would not take much to leverage it that way. But it would take communication. I'd have to hear, oops, somebody found that funny. Oh, just a bot. Not worried about a bot right now. What is with our computer like this? So we want to go back and smudge. Yeah, that's it. There we are. We have a nice little low-grade background wave thing going on. Yeah, let's see now. Nice wave today. Blend. There we go. I need a soft blend. Like that. Whew, I left the sky wide open on this one, didn't I? It needs something special. Oh. This. Shining through it. And then I'm here. That's not right. I don't know if I have the scale right on that, but I can play with the scale on that pretty easy if I need to. Yeah, there we go. Drawing an air, one of those paragliders, you know what I'm talking about. From memory, not the easiest endeavor, but I had considered ever so briefly doing something prankish, but I don't think that would be my stuff. Oh wait, I know I forgot. Needs to be strapped in. Probably wearing goggles of some sort. Like, I can hear this. I don't know if you can. I can hear the. In my mind.
Dad! It probably is your mind pulling a trick on you.
Yeah, it probably is a mind playing a trick on me. It's a trick I deliberately set up, bud. I wanted it to. When I was little, I would go to the beach.
Ugh! Seriously?
Yeah. And I would watch what I think they're called paragliders. Why don't you go get your breakfast though?
I finished my cereal, but I'm still drinking my Mountain Dew.
Okay, why don't you go have that? That's cool. That's so cool. I mean, I could move portions around. There's a lot I could do to this. But I actually really like this one. Sometimes I get a little sentimental. Sometimes it just hits. And this one hit. Just odd. I think the guy's a little off scale up there. I think that he needs a lot more foil parachute for his rig, but dang if it isn't cool. Oh, okay. Okay, well, that one went quicker than I expected, to be honest. Sometimes they do. And, okay, if I come here, because it needs something, it's just slightly not right. Just do a little bit of that. A little bit of this. Yeah, it needed that. It needed structure to play off of. And in this case, the structure of the clouds. Yeah, now it's ready. Now I can sign off on it. Sometimes it takes me just about being ready to sign off on it to go, oh, no, I can. There we go. We like that. I like that one. Sometimes, like I said, it's simple. We're going to save this as in summer, he dreams of flight. And then we'll export that as a PNG. I forgot to export the other one as a PNG, huh? Hold on, let me come back here. Let me find that real quick. There we go. That one needs to be fixed too. All right. Now, no, I'm going to do it this way so I know I don't have to double check it. Oops. I forgot the time lapse on this one. Of course I did. Okay. There we go. He's so central. You know what? We're good. Let me do this. My little April Fool's Day joke. There we go. JPEG, NTF 5126. Alrighty. Let's see, how far into the stream are we? 2.5 hours. That seems like a good run. Unless somebody says, Nick or Dad, please draw something for me. I'm going to call that. So I'll run an ad while we check. I'm going to do this. Alrighty. Well, sounds like Little Man is done with his work. I'm almost done with mine. I do want to take a moment to remind folks that Don's significant other, Ted, has been and is battling throat cancer, oral cancer. If you want to help him get through it, if you want to help alleviate the financial burden, consider buying a shirt. They're very nice shirts. I have one. But I wanted to remind folks that that opportunity is still out there. I believe this is the first time in a long time I've gone a whole show without having to, never mind the green room. Everybody has been very civil. So I do have one more ad I have to run because I run an ad for our dear friend Kat as a last call. And if that's it, then I'll call it. I do have a lot I want to do today too, so we'll see.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Oh, I did something. There we go. I'll bring this back real quick. In case you guys may have missed it. First picture we did for today was Carl's home for wayward cryptids, with a few little hidden parts in the background. Then we did Reminiscence of an Early Morning, because frankly, I'm done with the thickness, and I think sometimes you just want to draw a nice anime girl, lady. And then In Summer He Dreams of Flight. I think we have a very solid layout this time. I'm very proud of my work. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. As always, I will be available for more commissions and such things later. But guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating. Because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. I'll be back Friday for Nevermind the Furthermore and Historical Fencing Guild. Till then, toodles, folks. Bye.